Hi folks, bet you thought we weren't coming back to see you. We've been working pretty hard around the shop, and believe it or not, I'm not the best at emailing, but a lot of you have been asking to see what's going on with portrait, studio type of photography, so we decided we'd jump ahead, get a little bit farther ahead and show you different ways of doing your photography with studio lighting, soft boxes. Hey, Brian, I'd like to have you come on over here. The first thing we're going to start out with, everybody wants to know how to figure out the stool, how to adjust the stool so they're not sitting with their feet off the ground. Brian's a perfect example. He doesn't, he's anyway, but what you want to do is when they first come up, you want to go ahead and adjust that stool so it hits their knee. Okay, his knee's right about here. When they come in. Okay, so that's a good judgment call as far as where they want. When they sit down, that should be pretty comfortable for them, and it's a good way to start. Okay, we're going to swing them around, and normally we want to face them away from the light. Okay, grab them by the shoulder, kind of stick your hand in their back, and just kind of hold that so they kind of remember your light. You want to go ahead and make the light perpendicular to their face. You want to go ahead and come out about an arm's length ahead of them, and make sure it's about shoulder height. And that's pretty much where you want to start for your light. The reflector, when you bring in the reflector, all you have to do is you want to start kind of across from the light. That's going to light up his ear. Okay? That works fine for gals, but normally you want to bring that ahead, and you want to just about a step ahead. You want to bring it ahead and go ahead and he's got lighting here. He turns his head this way a little bit more. This 3/4 pose, or lighting, that's going to give him like a Rembrandt lighting. If you totally turn him around, say if he's really thin in the face, he's not, but if he would be, okay, turn your head this way. Now what we've got is kind of like a butterfly light underneath it. So that's going to be filling up the face as much as you can. Split lighting, where we started, that's going to decrease a lot of the weight on the face. Say if you have a scar or something like that, it's going to get rid of that. Rembrandt lighting is probably the most common. That's just, there you go, about like that. What that's going to do, that's going to just give you a lot more personality in your facial. Okay, if he shifts his chin this way, at that point we probably move in and get a little closer. You can swing around like that. Okay, for guys, we pretty much want to keep them straight to the camera, shoulder to the camera. Gals, on the other hand, this is what we like to see. We want to kind of see a little S-curve in there. Brian doesn't look the best at this particular position, but he'll do. Okay. He's kind of a sweetie. Okay. A lot of times if on this type of thing you can start, a lot of times you can just leave your light where it is a lot of times, and from that point you move, these chairs are able to be moved around, so you can go ahead and adjust them that way, where pretty much then you have, you're not moving your light a lot, but you're able to move the...
So the softbox allows us not to have to change our lighting a lot?
Right. Softbox, the larger the softbox, actually the better, because the softbox kind of relates to a window, okay? Like the window, the wider the area that the light is coming in, the softer it's going to be. It's going to actually wrap all the way around you. Okay, say if we're doing like full length, we probably want to bring this maybe to like a 16 by 48, something like that. And at that point, we're going to get just a little more dominant lighting. Okay, I want to add another hair light. Hair light, what that's going to do, if you take this main light out, and go ahead and take this one out, and now what we have is we have this hair light that's going to actually give you some separation between the background and the foreground. Posing, we're going to have him just bring up that foot up in the front, and here again, it's pretty important to have him with good posture. We're working on a flat sheet of paper. I mean, believe it or not, that round shoulder look actually shows that. So a little higher, turn your head towards the light. There you go. That's good. Okay, I just want to make sure that you understood that we do periodically through the year, we go ahead and have classes. I teach a class on studio lighting. Here again, after you've purchased your lights, or maybe if you haven't even purchased them, this is a good class to go ahead and make your decision, maybe what you need to have. Okay, we usually do those at the first of the year. Try to keep about 20, 25 at the very, very most in the class. That way you're kind of learning from each other as well. Don't forget, Dave's Web Tips. Make sure you go ahead and check us out. Next week, next month, hopefully next week, we'll have another one for you.
There. I think I got it that time. Yeah, right there, baby.
Oh. Somebody in here would actually probably know the answer. Okay, we'll bring Brian back to Brian.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, there. Brian doesn't look the best at this particular position, but he'll do. Okay. He's kind of a sweetie.